us a situation where it is the Congress in the lead, but is that actually enough? So let me take you through all of these one by one. The ABPC voter poll shows the Congress in the lead with 100 to 112 seats, but that may not be enough to form a government on your own. The News Nation poll is one of the only ones so far that shows the BJP in the lead, but I have to say this is an aberration. Most other polls are creating a very different picture. The Rajneeti exit poll, we have Sushil Ji with us, is predicting a hung assembly. We can have that breakup of numbers. Times Now ETG is showing Congress in the lead with 113 seats. The Z News Matri shows Congress in lead with 103 to 118 seats. And here's the question. We have, is it advantage Congress? We have the India Today Access poll, which is showing Congress leading with 122 to 140 seats. Kartikeya, I'm hoping your line is more stable now. It's over to you.
No, sorry about that, Barkha. No, what I was saying was that anybody who sort of was following these elections knew that the Congress would be the single largest party. The BJP's prospects of making its own government were very low. The question was by how much. And exit polls today have corroborated the idea that the Congress is the single largest party. And if you look at the exit polls from across different channels, except for one, News Nation, as you rightly mentioned, you will see that Congress is the single largest party. See Voter and Access My India, the two sort of more popular ones, are giving Congress. One is giving Congress very close to majority, 100 to 112. Access My India's numbers have just come in. They are giving Congress 122 to 140, where 113 is the magic figure. So, this whole idea about Bajrang Bali, Prime Minister Modi, how much can he pull it? Because the BJP was facing a lot of local anti-incumbency. Local anti-incumbency at the level of the MLAs, at the level of the state government. And the Congress ran a good campaign, but there were all these sort of concerns. And in the last 7 days, or the slog overs, as they say, the Congress might have lost steam because of the controversies and the entry of the Prime Minister. But those things, even if they've had an impact, they don't seem to have a big enough impact as per most exit polls. Again, referring to your health warning, this is an exit poll, and some exit polls, like the Rajneeti one that we're talking about, that Sushil ji will talk about, are predicting a closer contest. But my own hunch has been that the Congress will emerge a single largest party, which is clearly what's happening. By how much is what the question was. And this is an election, Barkha, which was for the Congress to lose, because everything was going for them. They have a strong local leadership. They have resources in Karnataka, one of the few states where they have resources. The BJP's government is not the most popular government around. And so if the Congress actually ends up being just the single largest party, not crossing the majority, they'll be disappointed, to be very honest. Another point to be noted here is the role of the JDS, right? And if you look at especially the Access numbers, as per the Access numbers, the JDS is losing primarily because the BJP is gaining in the old Mysore region, but not enough to get its own seats, but enough to damage the JDS and benefit the Congress in a triangular contest. That is a very interesting dimension. And the JDS's future after this election will be a very important idea to sort of look at going forward in future elections. But as of this moment, barring a few aberrations, channels are saying that the Congress is in the lead. Some will tell you.
Yeah, I've lost you there, but let me bring in Sushil Ji. Whereas Kartikeya seems to believe that this is advantage Congress to the extent that it is going to be a Congress government. There is no actual chance for the BJP. But let's bring in Sushil on this graphic that we see on your screen. Rajneeti, the pollsters are predicting a hung assembly. That's in line with what many others are suggesting. And in fact, Sushil Ji, if you look at these numbers, you two are not suggesting a clear advantage for the Congress, but most other polls are. Do go ahead with your thoughts.
Right. Thank you, Barkha. The idea was that we use technology and remove the manual bias as such because we are an app-based data collection. So the data that we had clearly showed that the southern part was showing some advantage to BJP, and obviously the coastal Karnataka was showing some advantage as well. It's wrong to say that we are giving advantage to BJP or not giving advantage to Congress, because if you look at the numbers, the worst case scenario for BJP is 90 and the best case scenario for Congress is 98. That gives them an edge. I've been through all the numbers twice with other posters as well. There's a lot of hype around JDS losing the vote share, which we agree. But losing a vote share at a state level doesn't really matter, because if you are winning the seats that you are strong on, your vote share will not matter much. So we feel that JDS is not losing its stronghold. It's losing the vote share in the places where it was not winning anyway. So which is giving some advantage to Congress and some places giving advantage to BJP. Uh,
Yeah.
in the end, it will come down to 26 seats that we identified as the close contest. And when I say close contest, it will go right to the wire. Can be between 500 to 5,000 kind of votes, and eventually it will come down to who did the better booth management on the day.
Okay. Let's start look let's